Hello, everyone. It's glad to be here again. And yeah, so let's just quickly run through what we have for today. So our class would be about basic photography and videography. These are visual expressions of different contents. Photography, still images, while video is still images, basically in motion, right? So let's quickly run through some of the basics real quick. All right, so photography, like I just said, is the art of capturing images using a camera. Key concepts for getting good images include exposure triangle, consists of your shutter speed, your aperture, and your ISO, right? Your shutter speed controls how long the camera sensor is exposed to light, right? The faster the shutter speed can freeze motion, while slow shutter speed can create motion blur. Like you see some of these images where it seems like a car is passing and then the image of the car can be seen, but then you see like a motion blur of the car moving towards the end, right? The aperture is the lens that lets light in. That's how you can actually capture those images, and it is measured in f-stops. You see some of those cameras, you see f1, f2, f3, f4, f5, and as high as it goes. So a low f-stop means larger opening, allowing more light and creating a shallow depth of field, blurring the background, right? While a higher f-stop means less light and greater depth of field. It means the object in front of the camera would be in focus. ISO simply means the camera's sensitivity to light. Low ISO values reduce noise but require more light, while ISO values that go higher allow for shooting in low light but can reduce grain, right? So what are the basic compositions when you want to take a picture, right? Composition basically refers to the elements or how you arrange elements within the frame of the picture, because again, you're not taking images of things that are not within the frame of the lens of the camera. So techniques like the rule of third help create balance and engaging images by placing subjects along imaginary lines and dividing the frame into thirds, right? So rule of thirds, imagine a grid. Most cameras actually do have this. You can enable it or you can disable it as it was. And so when you have that grid, it's like two lines that go vertically and two lines that go horizontally, right? And what that does is it divides your camera into three frames, right? You have the upper part, the middle, and then the lower, and then it does the same for this side, the left side, the middle side, and then the right side. Right. So basically, your image. There's been several rules and strategies to how some people have captured their images. But with advent of digital technology and social media, again, most people always focus on having like their images or the focus of their picture or their image at the top, while everything else beneath is just lesser focus, because again, the attention of the average reader always just goes to the first and the second grid, right? So we have leading lines. So leading lines, just using natural elements like roads, doors, window frames, fences, and all of that to guide the viewer's eye towards the main subject, right? So say for example, you see you're at a ranch and you want to take a picture of an animal, walking down the road and stuff, and so you can use some of the lines that lead to the ranch's main gate, or maybe where they keep the animals, to just kind of lead people through what your image captures. Right? We have framing. This is the use of a subject, or the object rather, in the foreground to create a natural frame around your subject, and you draw attention to it. Okay? So, basics. Again, you need light. So light is very key both for the camera and also for your image, right? So you need light for your camera to capture the image, and also you need light to properly again give your image or your subject that you'll be capturing that natural aesthetics. So nothing is hidden, nothing is dark, nothing has shadow or all of that. Right. So we have natural light, which is the sun. This is the most versatile source of light that we have out there, people. So utilize it as much as possible. But again, sometimes you see people say the sun is too hard, the sun is too. So to achieve certain aspects of people use, reflectors, people bounce lights, people have diffusers and all of that. So always try to play around as much as possible with the kind of effects that you're trying to get. Then there's artificial lighting. Of course, we all know that these are the use of lamps, lights, key lights, background lights, and all of that to control the lighting, especially when you're shooting, say, for example, like in a studio, in a car, in a dark environment and stuff. So you have to actually have some of these artificial lightings, right? Types of shots will include wide shot, medium shot, close-up shot. Of course, this is not encompassing. We have other types of shots. We have, low angle shots. We have above the shoulder shots. We have, again, very tight shots, right? There's tight, aside from close-up, there's like tight shots, right? Where you want to kind of show emotion or you want to kind of really show like that, maybe an action scene, right? So let's talk a little bit more. So basic camera movements include panning. When you move from right to left, you tilt and you go up and down. There's a dolly movement, the grip movement, and then the zoom, where you can adjust the lens to capture closer, or you bring the lens back in to sort of like give your image that depth, so that the image seems like it's really far away, depending on the type of message, emotion, tone you're trying to create for that particular picture or video. Then you can actually use all of these camera movements. So audio recording, of course, we know that for every good video out there, you need good, clear, quality audio, right? So what you want to do is to get the best kind of shotgun microphones or condensed microphones or lapel mics, um, so that again you have clear quality audio. The placement of these microphones are very crucial for clear audio, right? So when you want to capture, most of the movies and documentaries you see, they always use what they call a boom mic, right? It's also used in the news studios and all of that. And then they can also do like a lapel mic um, just as a second replacement in case anything goes on. That's usually like the backup for if something actually happens. And then we have, of course, the microphones where you place on your shirt, or you just tuck it in, or that is being keyed into like a particular position in your clothing, or sometimes it's even placed from the bottom, or again from the side, depending on what the director or you as a creator are trying to create. So videography basics will include camera operation, understanding how to frame for shots, adjusting exposure, and of course using various accessories, which are very critical. Of course, today you can easily shoot with your phone, but if you're going to be using a camera, um, most cameras now have accessories that you can add to them, and it's just understanding how to do this, and then of course you can start using them. Lighting and sound, effective videography requires knowledge of both natural and artificial light. Sound is also very, very, very critical, because poor audio can actually damage the entire thing that you have done in terms of what your video would end up looking like. Of course, editing. So after capturing these images, of course, you need to move things around. You need to change certain directions. Editing images or videos are captured, editing becomes essential for changing quality, enhancing the look and feel, and also adding involves resizing the image, compressing the video if it's too large or too small. You want to make it larger. You want to change the format of the video and all of that, right? You can easily do that when you optimize, right? Say for example, you take a picture and it's JPEG, and when you want to use it, you probably want to use it on a platform that only requires PNG, right? You have to edit that particular picture to actually fit into PNG. So software options. So for the video photographers out there, of course, you have the Adobe Photoshop to make your pictures look good. Adobe Premiere Pro for to make your videos look good. You have your own source alternative to Photoshop. You have Canva, again, which is very user friendly, and CapCut now, right? Which you can also take advantage of. So basic adjustments, brightness, contrast, right? You want to make your image brighter, brightness. You want to make this side darker, make this side lighter, contrast. Saturation, you want to ensure that certain colors, right, in a particular frame are sort of different, or you want to align them. Like if it looks different, right, and then you want to realign them to look a little bit more put together, right? That's what saturation does. Of course, cropping and you want to make it smaller, you want to make it larger, you want to bring it to horizontal level, vertical, you want to all of that, right? You can do that. You can retouch face, you can retouch skin, you can retouch background and all of that. So you can always do that and remove a little bit or a lot of blemish or things that you feel like are unwanted in that video. Of course, there's also color correction and grading. So with lots on most cameras these days, especially the Sony cameras and also the Blackmagic cameras that we have out there, lots actually helps you All right. Okay, so let's just wrap up with from where we start. Sorry about that break in transmission. What we really about the composure of some of the movements that you have with your camera, and that you want to get used to. Of course, you if you intend to get better, as well as some of the software options that you have out there to again make your finished work like really 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 classy and good. We talked about cropping, retouching, removing blemish, color correction, and color grading, file formats for your pictures, JPEG, PNG. We have GIFs, we have CVA, we have several formats, right? Of course, we have compression techniques, loosey compression or looseless compression, depending on what you again intend to achieve. But because most people try to get a certain level of quality, it's always most efficient if you use a certain degree of high quality component when you're actually thought into what you're doing. Right. So for infographics design, infographics combine text and visuals to present information. Uh, and of course, they're very engaging, right? So key components of infographics include data selection, design principle, again, use color theory or typography and layout techniques that ensures that the graphics are visually appealing. Tools like Canva, Adobe Illustrator, and a few other ones out there can actually help you to create great infographic designs. You have typography that's from your fonts that are visually appealing, as well as fonts that actually really speak to what you're trying to do. Some fonts are playful, some fonts are serious, some fonts are for um, headings, some fonts are for body things. Like I Again, it's really, really essential that all of these things are quite understood on a basic level. But again, as we move forward, as we progress, I'm sure we'll get to talk more about these things, the more advanced or intermediate level, as the case may be. So, okay, that's it for this class. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope that you lay your hands on the camera. Of course, go practice, go do one or two things, and of course, be very kind. Share your practicals, share your creations, share your pictures, share your videos, and of course, let us critique it to the best of our ability. All right, thanks.